is YouTube or Facebook. Like they can like put like chat in the chat and we can see it.
So are y'all going live like on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, YouTube live, Facebook live, and Twitter live. Or like Twitter.
I think that there's an Instagram portion of that too.
There is. It's a new thing. I haven't connected it yet. I was doing some reading about because YouTube and Instagram are both like Meta. Well, no, one's not Meta. I guess I don't know. I've heard weird things about them at the same time, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, all right. We're already at 15, 16 people. It's happening quickly. Awesome. Welcome, folks. We are watching the end of the basketball game here. We are all on different ESPN Plus, obviously, shows. So we're all at different times. So we may all react live at different
My
times.
feed is the poorest, it seems, so far. I react to something, and then they're like, oh, I'm like, we made a 3. I'm like, no, but then we turned it over. So I don't really know how to react as I'm watching this here, but there on my TV, there's 1 minute and 25 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, I got 1:09.
Okay.
Hold on.
Our ball.
Oh,
and we are going to get to the show. And we've kind of let the cat out of the bag already, but Jake Lang is our special guest tonight. So
appreciate
you.
We will get to Jake and we will run through his entire story. We'll recap this game that's going on right now. We will hit you with everything that happened since last time we recorded.
God.
I'm waiting to see what that grunt was about. And it's in. The good grunt. That was a good grunt.
No, there's a bad one coming.
Oh,
did he make that shot? Oh, my God.
Okay, so it goes me, then Jake, and then Bump. Hold on.
Oh, that was all right. I'm not gonna spoil it.
There was no women's action.
Oh,
don't spoil it. No.
All right, timeout. All right, we're good. We're at 24 seconds.
There's a timeout or something?
Yeah, we're good. We should get called back up. I'll let you experience it. Go ahead.
So we will talk about all of that. There's Cabello and there's Moses from the corner.
He drained it too.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Hey, and everybody, if you're watching this and you want to interact with us, I already see a comment in here. Let us know. Facebook, YouTube. Again, we are very, very close to making this call in a reality. It is extremely close. We're just trying to get everything together, get the equipment purchase that we need. And but if you want to interact with us and you want to chat, like, let us know. I can see on YouTube and on Facebook. So
Peeler, what's our basketball record? Can you update that?
We are 5-5. Todd Brooks says, what is the score? So I'm showing the score as 77-75. Todd, 24 seconds left in the game. And Lamar will have the ball. They just called a timeout.
And also, Todd, why do you not have a TV?
Look, there's old Dolls in giving Carbello some love. Man. Oh, yeah, there we go. Fix that name. And Jake already. The man.
I may or not know who that is. That burner account.
They probably don't want you to know. Oh, you may or may not know.
I think I know, but
okay.
It would be great if it was Jake and he's just texting like up under the table.
Yeah, himself.
That would be cool. I really should have gotten the burner lifestyle. That was kind of a missed opportunity while I was in college. I would have had a lot of fun with
that. Oh man, 19 seconds left.
All right, boys, showing. Bring it home.
Yep.
That's good. I know you're ahead of me, but
are y'all watching on ESPN Plus? I don't have the scorecard. I just literally
No, I'm watching on ESPN Plus.
So what my wife did was she bundled our Hulu.
Yes, that's the best way to do it. Disney
Plus.
ESPN
or something.
ESPN.
So I just get there through Hulu. I don't know what Plus or I don't know what it's on, but it's on my TV screen, which is good.
I know.
Okay, so I've got 19 seconds remaining, and then we'll get.
We're rolling. We're rolling. Okay,
that is no bueno.
Okay, another foul.
All right, good.
God, how far y'all are ahead?
He made the first one.
That's because we actually have real internet, not dial-up.
So that makes it.
Well, we're going to get to this game, but and I don't guess it's ended yet. But what are you guys' first impressions of Andre Curbelo?
Man, very, very accurate there. I like that. Yeah, that.
What did he say?
Spark plug.
Yeah,
I love it, but you know what's the thing? The thing about, and I know we're going to get into this. Having somebody like him on the court, we saw it last year with Nefty. I think he makes everybody else on the team better. Like, talk about the night that Mo Arnold has had tonight. Just you'll see it coming up, bump, but just a huge night, and then Crowley. I mean, shooting the ball.
Well, see, look,
so
here's
much
the
better.
deal. You guys are saying it's because of Curbelo, but I'll have you know that I went to a child's birthday party, Charlie Wallace's birthday party on Saturday at Reed Green Coliseum, and D.I., Crow, and Mo were there just playing with all the kids and everything. And they saw me shooting 3-pointers.
Oh,
Saw a little form, had a little shot thought, got into a good headspace heading into this game. Curbelo. It's all me. That's what it is. And our good buddy Thomas Royals, Dr. Thomas Royals, he made after a while, we just started shooting half quarters. I was at some point, I've never gotten called down to the court to take one of these shots. But at some point it's going to happen. And I was like, if that happens, I need to have some experience at this. So we just started heaving up half quarters. T-Row makes 2 in a row.
What?
I know. Will Miller.
Was he like doing like the throw, or was it actually like a shot? Like he was like shooting
it was a normal just heave.
Okay.
From midcourt. Yeah. I was throwing in the stands. My ball, even my shots from half court slice. I don't know how that happens.
You just gotta aim left.
And I think Crowley even said something about it one time. He said, "Man, it's kind of turning." I was like, "I know, Crow.
Watch me on the golf course."
Yeah. On the golf course, it's a controlled fade.
It's called a fade. They look, golf just knows how to market it better. It goes right because it's a fade. I don't think your jump shot's supposed to fade though.
Okay, are we done yet?
We got 3 seconds.
I'm seeing 3 seconds as well. So you guys
we're shooting some free throws potentially. Curbelo at the
line.
line.
On the line, right?
All right, I got the scorecard now. Good update. Shout out ESPN.
There we go. Oh. This is a replay, nothing live.
Okay.
Sorry. I had noticed that Southland graphic. That's some rebranding they went through. The stuff that flashes up on the screen, it's not bad as a logo guy. They're looking at something, so we'll be a few minutes.
Well, this is that same referee. If you guys remember, it was the same referee that teed up Curbelo when he wasn't even, but when he was just a spectator. Then he came and sat with us in Section G for a while.
How do
sideline? Wouldn't it be hilarious if we got like 20 of us dressed up in one of those tight-fitting suits and had the shades on and some fake chops,
I would do the chops and the
Curbelo crew,
the glasses, but I'm not wearing a suit. Although most of my suits that I do wear are tight, so
just go straight. That's why you're working out.
Like material suit looking deal. The picture.
Ted. Here we go. No questions for holder of the year, but enjoyed watching him work. Good luck in the future, Jake.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, Ted's awesome.
All right, let's get this game.
Okay, here we go. Oh, they put half a second back on. We're at 3.5.
What's the score?
He nailed both, so we're up 3.
So we're 82.
82,
okay,
79.
Good. So now you just don't foul. Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm going to celebrate anyway. You guys can celebrate when you want to. I'm celebrating again.
Let's go.
Oh, you're already celebrating?
Yeah, I'm celebrating.
Okay.
There we go.
Eagles win.
Eagles win, baby.
Not quite by 90, but Eagles win.
I'm gonna edit the. Let's see.
Okay, I see it. That
EAGS
heave
win.
looked like
What is
my
it?
heave.
82.79. Is that right?
82.79 final. Yes.
I'm gonna change the title for these lives so people can join in. All right. Sweet.
Ready to roll?
Oh, a little another got a couple
Okay, and this will be
comments
where the
coming in.
podcast begins. If you guys listen to whenever Patrick gets done editing this thing, it'll start right now. Or I guess you can put the entire thing in there.
Oh no, we're gonna put the whole thing in there.
We have
However
some
you
good,
want to do it.
good stuff.
Okay, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another episode of To the Top Talk Live Edition, the original and longest running Southern Miss podcast in the market. We're recording this live on December the 18th from beautiful Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Here, as always, with your break from the High Resource 5 propaganda to talk a little Southern Miss athletics. I'm your host, Jason Bailey. Joining me now, and he's been joining me for however many minutes we've been on, Patrick Lowry.
Yo,
Heard the music. Look at you.
I'm working it in
Ones
there.
and twos.
I'm working it in there. Yeah,
And we have already introduced the other guy as well, but Jake Lang. Jake, welcome to the show.
Oh wow! Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for going into your closet with deer heads on the wall and it's like weapons and I don't know, weed eaters and stuff sitting there. I can't tell what's all over there, but
This is where all the makeshift duck blinds get built, right here.
there we
wow.
go.
So I'm talking
Gotta-
about duck blinds. Just every time I walk into Reed Green Coliseum, the media space over there. It reminds me of a duck blind. I think
that's what they were. That's what they were called when they first came out. But Ted, appreciate that. Man, 4 o'clock. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. So this episode, of course, is brought to you, and we're going to have new sponsorship coming soon. We think we're going to nail that down this week. But as of right now, of course, we're proudly brought to you by 4th Street Bar and Grill, Hattiesburg's premier neighborhood sports bar. Not only do they have the famous homestyle plate lunches Monday through Friday, but they also have weekly drink specials. Make 4th Street Bar and Grill your go-to spot for all Southern Miss games home and away. 4th Street Bar and Grill. We install and service hangovers. So what happens? This is the last time that we recorded on, other than this game that we just finished up. Well, the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star football game was held this weekend at The Rock. We played another basketball game, no women's, but we did play another men's basketball game. That really cool birthday party that I went to at Reed Green Coliseum. We've already hit on that. I joined Marchant on Anyone, Anywhere, Anytime. If you guys, it's another show that's out there, and it's a lot of fun. Marchant does a great job with that podcast. A little different than ours, and we talked about it on the show. I think that we all kind of have our own lane, right? And his is cool. It kind of takes you like in the huddle and interviews a lot of former players that he played with and some that he didn't play with. So it was fun to jump on with Marchant and chop it up. We also learned that Pilo, your entire family has the flu.
Yeah, it's not been a great week, but
and you're still on tonight, so that's good.
Yeah. I had mine like 2 weeks ago, so let's see.
So that flu pill you're talking about, just no bueno.
Yeah, apparently, it's not covered on insurance yet, so nothing like dropping $200 a week before Christmas on flu medicine. Man,
So-
this Talbot guy, whoever this is,
He's one of my buddies from back home. He's one of my best friends. Shout
apparently he cooks a killer steak.
We're supposed to go hunting at some point
Okay.
this week. So, Tal, you need to come on. We need to get that done.
Sounds like we're all gonna have a cookout afterwards.
Hey, y'all said it, not me. I'm welcome to it.
Well, I've been asking Baker to do a fish fry for like a decade, and it hadn't happened yet. So we're gonna see what happens first. Either fish fry with Bake or cookout with Jake. Fish fry with Bake, cookout with Jake. That's another T-shirt.
I see what you did there.
You can
Nice
check
t-shirt,
mark
yeah.
whichever one you want. So talking about you, Jake. You came to Southern Miss from Jackson Prep, 6'2", 197-pound quarterback, known for your heroics when he was called into duty after the first and second string quarterbacks went down in 2021. Threw for 304 yards in your debut versus Rice. And I'll always remember that Arkansas State game in 2022, leading to comeback in the second half and a Golden Eagle victory. You've been up for the Holder of the Year awards, been a mainstay on the athletic director's honor roll. You've become a good friend of ours, and you've recently entered the transfer portal with 1 year left to play. So officially, welcome to the show, Jake Lang.
Much appreciated. Thank you all for having me.
Did I get all that stuff right?
Sounded about right. I appreciate the honor roll shout out. I'm close. I don't know about consistently, but every now and then.
You did it more than I could. I mean, I made an A one time.
Just once?
I think, yes.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it was like
intro to golf,
leisure walking, or something.
What up, Brock?
So Jake, take me back to high school, man. What was it like being Jake Lang back in high school?
Well, so I kind of have like two distinct chapters. So I was like before, like my junior year, really kind of halfway through my junior year, I was like, I guess I was a joke. Put it lightly, I was a long snapper. That was fun. But yeah, I was just kind of a relaxed kid. I talked a lot, like I still do. I told everybody, I was like, oh man, I want to go play D1 football. And everyone's like, okay, like have fun with that. And then halfway through my junior season, I started playing, and everyone was like, okay, maybe this isn't a joke. But my first ever start, our student section kind of like halfway booed, halfway laughed, and the other student section of like our crosstown rivals started laughing. So I kind of took that a little bit to heart. I had a good game. But, so from that point on, I was kind of, nobody really knew like what to kind of do with me, if that makes sense. Like, oh, he's a joke. Is he serious? Like, I didn't particularly care, but it was fun. I love the experience. My high school coach is like a third grandfather. We went and ate the other week. Shout out Coach Black, if you're listening. I don't know if you will or not, but shout out you. Good. Love my folks. I mean, went hunting a lot. Every now and then was all right at school, but
yeah. Did you play anything else growing up, or was it just football, or did you play baseball or basketball or anything?
So I played baseball until the 6th grade, and I shortly found out that at that point in time I had pretty bad hand-eye coordination. And then I played basketball until the 9th grade. I was a pretty decent little basketball player. I wasn't great. I was kind of if I had to equate myself, I was like a Patrick Beverly. Like I would shoot threes, I'd play defense, and I'd either get kicked out or someone would get kicked out of the game because of me. I was about a freshman in high school, and then I was 5'4" or 5'5" as a freshman in high school, and I was like, well, I'm not going to be that tall. I'll just hopefully get good at football. And then I ran track in high school too, and I ran the 400 and the 800.
Okay.
My Wednesdays during track season were not fun.
So, and you kind of talked about it a little bit there, but I mean, so with all of that being said, how'd you end up at Southern Miss? Like, how'd you end up starting in some games, and like, how did it happen? Like, I love watching you play. I think you can do it. I still think you can do it. I'm never going to be convinced that you can't, no matter what anybody says. But how'd you end up here?
Well, first off, much appreciated. Second off, it was a kind of a two-part factor. I wanted to get away from Jackson. I love my family, but I kind of wanted something new, kind of branch off, because everybody at Jackson Prep goes to Ole Miss and State. There's nothing wrong with that, but I knew it wasn't for me. And the other opportunity was, I got a chance to be a Division I football player, which everybody grows up playing the NCAA video games. I was like, man, if I could go do that, I want to go do that. And Coach Stringer, who was the only coach left over from the Coach Hobson staff, he recruited me, so it was kind of clutch that he stayed. And I, just kind of went in with kind of a worker's mentality, like I always have. I just wanted to impress one person a day and get better 1% every day.
Awesome. What'd you major in at USM?
So I got my undergrad in psychology.
Awesome.
Are you done with that? Or are you still pursuing stuff?
I just finished my master's.
Wow.
So,
Look at this guy.
master's in sports performance and coaching, allegedly.
Love it. Let's talk about that day that Rice game. I mean, I'm sure you remember that game.
I got
what was it? What was it like that day that you went in for your debut? That was your debut, right?
Yes, sir. So I'll have to take you back that week. So the week before we played at Alabama, right? And there's 70 people traveling, and I'm 71, so I don't travel. So I didn't go to the game before. So I go to Starkville and, have a few sodas with my brother. And I'm driving back Saturday, and I'm just mad as can get. Man, I didn't travel. I was really just kind of feeling sorry for myself. And I was like, if you just do the things you're supposed to do, and have fun, you can still ultimately get to where you want to be. So I watched the game on the couch, mad. Went back to Hattiesburg and practiced Tuesday morning. And I was practicing with the scout team. And then Tuesday afternoon, I get a text from Carter Hankins, our graduate assistant. He said, "Hey, Coach Hall needs to see you." And I'm like, "Oh, crap. I'm getting kicked off the team. Something's happening." And, they all kind of played into this prank a little bit. And he said, "All right, go knock on his door." So I knock on the door. The whole offensive coaching staff's in there. And Coach Hall kind of puts it in. He's like, "Give me a minute." I'm like, "Oh, gosh." I'm getting cut. I'm sitting there going through, I don't need parking tickets. Grades are good. I haven't done anything bad. And he's like, "All right, come see me." And so I walked to his office, and a guy named Ben Thomas, who's our offensive analyst, shout out Ben, he gives me a high five. I'm like, "Well, I must have done something awesome to get kicked off the team." I don't know what I did. And Coach Hall was like, "You're going to be the backup quarterback this week." I was like, "All right, yes, sir." So go to that week of practice was fine. I'm really excited just to travel, get a chicken sandwich, get on the plane, stay in the hotel, the whole shebang. And the day of the game comes, and we're doing the walkthrough, and I'm as nervous as it gets. And our tight ends coach, Coach Cochran, came up to me and was like, "Look, something's going to happen tonight. You got to be ready. Get all that motion, all that nervous stuff out here." So I really did. I kind of, when we got off the bus, I remember I saw my aunt, shout out Hee from in Houston, or she lives in Austin, but at the game, I was like, "All right, I'm good. Whatever happens, happens." And literally the first play, there's a discrepancy of, we had this board, and am I supposed to hold this board up? And Ty goes down, and our signaler was like, "Hey, man, screw that board. Go get loose." So I'm sitting there getting loose, and Coach Hall was like, "You good? You ready?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Is there anything you want to do?" I was like, "Just throw it. Let's just throw it." I was like, I'm ready. I just want to get going. And, we go down and score. And then little known story is the next drive, we picked up 2 first downs. And then on third down, we're in a 5-man protection. And I re-ID the mic, throw a fade. And I guess I didn't quite get it re-ID'd well enough because he hit me. Have you ever seen semi-pro?
Yeah.
He talks about, he hit me in the jejunum. He hit me in the jejunum. And Coach Hall sitting there talking about the drive. I'm like, "Coach, I got to throw up all over the sideline."
Oh, my goodness. Good stuff. Great stuff, Jay.
Oh, man. So you obviously started a handful of games at Southern Miss, knowing you're the starter going into game week. How is that different than being the backup?
For me, it was somewhat of a kind of a less pressure, because if you're the backup, you never know. So you never know, the starter get hurt in the first play, or against Arkansas State where I go in the fourth quarter. You could go in at any point, so you have to be ready for literally everything. When you're the starter, there's kind of a menu of this is what's going to happen. And for me, it was, still kind of putting in the same amount of work, but at the same time, you have to physically be ready. Everybody says, "I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was."
Mm-hmm.
You're the backup. You can be as good as you once was, or however that saying goes. You can be like a pop, but if you're the starter, you have to consistently stay healthy, consistently, have your body ready to play. And in 2021, I kind of struggled with that.
Yeah. What's your best memory from playing QB? This could be from playing at the Rock. This could be from Pop Warner. This could be at prep. What's the first thing? Like we said, what's it like being a quarterback? What was your best moment? What sticks out to you?
Winning the state championship my junior year is up there. I broke my hand, and I guess it's technically not even as quarterback. So I broke my left hand in the third quarter, and I long snapped the rest of the game because we didn't have to back a long snapper. So that was one of those I'll never forget. First touchdown, the first drive against UTEP, first start. I think for me, obviously, your first start, high school and college is up there. The Arkansas State was good. But for me personally, my favorite memory, we were playing Park Lane Academy in Macomb, and we got an interception with 11 minutes left. And we ran the ball, or we ran the clock out the whole fourth quarter, and our head coach was letting me call the plays.
Wow.
That's up there.
An 11-minute drive to end it?
11-minute drive to end it. Took a knee at like the 4-yard line.
Wow. Solid work.
So I know that's like a real football nerd answer, but for me,
that's a great answer.
Hey, if we could get a lot more of those 11-minute drives to finish out any game, these days, then sign me up.
So obviously, after you got into holding, and then you were up for Holder of the Year award. Explain what kind of goes into that. Like, you obviously make it look easy. I think, besides maybe fielding a punt and being the punt returner, it's probably the scariest job on the football field.
All eyes are on you.
Yeah, I don't think it's as easy as it looks. But talk a little bit about that process and the pressure.
Well, so funny story. So in 2021. I was supposed to be the backup holder, and Briggs Bourgeois told our special teams coordinator, he was like, "Hey, Jake is not ready to hold." So that ended there. I was not going to be the holder again. And
thanks, Briggs.
Appreciate that.
Everybody kind of came together, Briggs and our special teams coordinator, Coach Hall, were like, "Look, Jake has to be the holder. Briggs, figure it out. Get him going." So me and Briggs every day that spring would just every day. And then that summer, I got a little bit better. And then by the time fall camp ended, I was like, I'm not bad. But whenever that first snap comes, I got to be ready. I remember, I would always try to, hear the crowd. And then my first hold actually hit me in the foot. The ball hit me in the foot. I'm going to put it down. And I'm like, oh, crap. I didn't even think about it. I just put it down. I was like, all right, I think I'm good at this holding thing. So, it was really Briggs coaching me up. Peyton Snyder and TJ Harvey were also big parts of that. They taught me about the spot, about the laces, where to catch the ball. But it's kind of a sustained focus. Everybody always talks about just don't think about it. Like the people that get the yips or whatever, don't think about it. As a holder, it's almost the opposite. You almost have to because sometimes, you can be going driving to work every day. That's great. I use this example all the time. If you drive to work, you don't have to think about where you turn. You're just turning. When you're holding, you always have to think about, okay, where's the ball going to be? Where's my spot?
If you had to pick a low snap or a high snap, I mean, I know you want a perfect snap every time, but low snap or high snap, which one would you prefer?
Low, 100 times out of 100. Because it's high, you got to think, I have to reach up and then try to put the ball down. But if it's low, you can kind of shortstop it and scoop it. If you do it good, you can scoop it, or you can kind of claw it to your body and then get down. But that's what I always used to tell our snappers. I was like, look, I don't care if you put it perfect or if you put it 4 yards and low. That I can deal with either one. But if you put it too far to the left where I can't reach it, or too high to where I can't get it, we don't have a kick.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we know we saw the news about, obviously you entered the transfer portal. We already talked about it a little bit right in your intro with Jason. Talk a little bit about how that's going for you so far.
It's going good. I'm looking for opportunities, kind of both playing and coaching. I want to play one more year, but there's some coaching opportunities that if I were to, get them, I couldn't pass up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just kind of set me up for my future. I have 2 degrees already, so I'm not super worried about the education side of it. I'm really just looking for either a job or one more year to play and, get more connections and learn a lot more. But, I think probably January I should have, a decision made. I don't want to set like a definitive timeline or anything, but I'm really just, whether playing or coaching, looking for the best thing that moves me forward as wanting to be a football coach. And, a lot of people say, why don't you go and start coaching? Well, one more year playing could help me coach somebody more than I could have now. But on the other side of it, starting coaching at 21 that's pretty early. Like I could learn a lot then too. So,
Yeah. If you want to set some records in the coaching books, get started early. But I know one family that will be making a trip to wherever you land if you end up on a spot on a football team as quarterback. Is the Bailey family, and I look forward to that. So I hope you get that opportunity. If not, hope my son Jack gets to play for you one day.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
What will you remember the most about being at Southern Miss?
The people. 100% the people. I love Hattiesburg. I hope to call it, home forever. I look forward to coming back whenever that may be. That's just, everybody always talks about, Oxford has this, and Starville, you're right next to the farm or whatever. But Hattiesburg's the people, full stop. I loved every minute of it. Everybody I met impacted me in a positive way. And if they didn't, then I learned a ton. So, the city of Hattiesburg and the people that it holds is just an incredible place.
Well, and I'll right back at you. That's I've told people, I said, look, Jake's I'd say he's a buddy of mine. I know we're eons apart age wise, but I've always enjoyed hanging around you, and I wish I could have had my stuff together like you do when I was back in college. But no, so we have some quick hitters that we're gonna ask you, and it can be a 1-word answer, it can be a 17 paragraph answer, it doesn't matter. Some of them are funny, some of them are goofy, some of them are impactful. But before we get to that, are there any last comments that you would like to leave with the Golden Eagle faithful?
Loved every minute of it.
Love it. Pilo, hit us with these quick hitters. Or do you want to update some comments real quick?
Yeah. We'll have to throw this one on there from
Matt Rouse.
Matt Rouse.
Maddie.
And Hosey.
I can't do a Coach Hop impression, unfortunately.
Why?
I was really looking, one day I really look forward to doing a Coach Hall impression on camera. That's not yet. I love Coach Hall to death. Coach Hall's, he's literally like a second dad to me. We're super close, but I'm going to hold off on the coach impressions right now, seeing that I'm trying to get a job or play somewhere else 1 more year. So,
whenever you do it, with Coach Hop, you got to get deep. I can't do it. Jamie can do it good, but with Coach Hall, I think you got to know a lot of facts about small towns in Mississippi. You got to say words like program with a U and okay, a lot of that.
The McKay was a little bit more Coach Hop than Coach Hall. You got that kind of deep. Coach Hop's got
all right.
Deep.
Wow. Yeah. Smooth. All right, Pilo, quick hitters. Let's get Jake out of here. He's a kid, man, trying to make his mark on the world. We're keeping him up.
I know it. Let's see. We hit a little music in the background while we do these quick hitters. Let's do it. All right. How far can you throw a football?
60 yards.
Bump. Are we alternating?
Best drill you ever ran at practice. Like, what was the favorite or maybe the most entertaining drill that you guys ran?
Oh, the high snap drill. You got to dive on the ball. That's my favorite by far. When you can slide. Anytime you get to slide on a football field, not obviously when you're running the ball, I don't want to slide. Sliding. I'm a slide guy through and through. If you have a slip and slide, I will stop what I'm doing and go. He goes more.
All right, noted. Let's see. Favorite coach on the staff that you had during your time at USM?
Oh, there's too many names. Coach Hall, Coach Stringer, Coach Joseph, Coach Meyer, Coach Cochran, Coach Lindsay, all the GAs. All Coach Armstrong too, for that matter. Coach OB, all of them.
Favorite offensive lineman?
Matt Rouse.
Woo!
Matt Rouse.
There we go.
Oh, that's funny. Best place to take a date in Hattiesburg.
That's about. I wouldn't know many of those.
All right. Well, I mean, your favorite-
I'll say Matt
Okay.
Rouse.
There we go.
I go to Matt for relationship advice. So
there we go.
Taking a date to Matt Rouse. Hey, honey, where are we going? Matt's.
We'll follow that up with best place to get a steak. Do you have a favorite spot?
favorite spot to get a steak in Hattiesburg. You know, Walk-Ons actually has a pretty good steak. I haven't. No, I take it back. Don and Ellie's. I'm a Don and Ellie's guy.
My guy.
I'm a Don and Ellie's guy. You know, I'm sorry I fumbled with the Walk-Ons answer, but Don and Ellie's. It's
Saved it in the end.
You did.
Quarterbacks in a foot race. Where would you finish? And I want you to rank them. All right, so this is a big point of controversy because we did this GPS little system in the summer, and I was second place behind Ethan Crawford, but I was faster than everybody else. So I'm gonna let the numbers speak for themselves.
That's right. It's science.
Gotcha.
Other than To the Top Talk, what's your favorite podcast? Are you?
I like Play Callers Club. It's a Dan Casey podcast. He kind of talks about offensive football a lot, and I enjoy that.
Best place to hang out in the Roost.
Easy. To the Top Talk section.
There we
question. No question.
Spot 39, baby. Let's see. Okay. Getting a little more into the Christmas side of things, holiday side of things. Die Hard, a Christmas movie, yes or no?
Yeah, it's on Christmas. Gotta be.
The whole movie is set near Christmas.
Gotta be.
Everybody who says it's not, I'm like, they're at a Christmas party. The whole movie. Just part of the movie.
It's as much a Christmas movie as Home Alone.
Yeah.
Drama
sure
around the time of Christmas.
Bruce Willis says, ho, ho, ho. Some point.
No, that's gotta be.
Family tradition Christmas meal.
Like for instance, I'll lead it off. So like the Lowrys, we do gumbo. Like we're coast people, and so like on Christmas Day or whenever we get down there now, like the Lowrys are having we're having gumbo. So I was just throwing that out there. A bump. I want to hear your answer too. Go for it, Jake.
We're a prime rib the night before Christmas Eve. That's when we do our grandparents, cousins. That's when we gather and do prime rib. Mashed potatoes. You know, lately we've been a big spinach Madeline. I'm a big cream spinach guy.
Wow.
Solid.
I think if you go to Jake's house, you got to know like which fork's the dinner fork, and I'd be just lost. So as far as me, if we're going around the horn here, our craziest Christmas meal tradition is on Christmas Eve we go to hibachi.
Ooh, I like that.
Started a while back. It's a really interesting story. It started a while back, and the Bishop family was there. We didn't know him at the time, okay? And since then, we've become good friends, but at the time, we didn't know him. But the next year we went, and I told Katie, I said, those people were here last year. She was like, no, they weren't. I was like, I'm going to talk to that guy. So I did, and we got info, and then I didn't talk to him again until the day before Christmas Eve the next year, and he texted me. He said, you know, going to Oishi tonight? I said, yes, sir. So this is like year 9, I think, that we've done this.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really neat.
I love that.
Yeah. And that's it for me. Pilo, you wanna
Yeah.
ask
So
your
last
favorite?
one, if you had to delete all but 3 apps on your phone, which 3 would you keep? And it has to be ones that you download. So like text and phone and.
I can keep the weather app though. I'm a big weather app.
Yeah, that weather app comes on. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right, if I had to keep 3, number 1, covert camera, like the cell cameras I can put out in the woods.
Okay.
I'm big. I use that more than like Instagram. Trying to think. Spotify, gotta keep Spotify. I'm a Spotify guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Angry Birds is sneaky on that list. I'm a big Angry Birds guy.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's Coach Walker right there. Shout out Coach Walker. He was
There
my
we go.
senior football coach. He really kind of got my love of football going. So shout out Coach Walker.
Awesome.
Well, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Jake, that's impressive. That's kind of that's more than we expected. I don't know if it's more than we expected. We knew it was going to go well, but you never know how these things are going to go. And you're very comfortable at it, and we appreciate you jumping on. And that's about all I have for Jake. Pilo, you got anything else for Jake?
No, man. I appreciate you, and like Jason said, I just wanted to echo that, man. Wherever you land, and we are your biggest fans, man. We support you and know you're going to be on the sidelines one day, leading the team. So can't wait to see everything that happens for you.
Well, look, I really appreciate y'all having me. I've loved To the Top Talk. Ever since I've been at Southern, y'all really said some positive things about me, but not a lot of people were saying some positive things about me. So that kind of got me through some stuff. But yeah, going out there on the roost, seeing y'all around campus, seeing y'all around town. I mean, I just loved every minute in Harrisburg, and y'all have been a really big part of that. So
awesome,
buddy. Well, appreciate you, and we'll get this out later. But you can go ahead and shut her down, and me and Pilo are going to finish her up. And I'll see you soon, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me.
See you, Jake.
Bye-bye.
There he goes.
Awesome.
That was fun.
What a guy. Oh, yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Pilo, before I know that you had, I don't know if you have to go later on tonight or what you got to do, but hit us with some workout journey.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get into basketball because we're getting a couple of questions about basketball. I know a lot of people that are probably still hanging around like, why are y'all not talking about basketball? But we had to talk to Jake Lang, and we had lined that up, and we just wanted to get that going. But yeah, so week 16 starts this week, and the plan is to go after we finish this up tonight. So it's gonna be a late night for me tonight in there. Worked all day, busy day. Like you said, flu and crazy stuff at my house, and went to 2 different Christmas programs today. And so, but again, like I'm not making excuses and staying motivated, and I'm gonna finish strong on the year and then hit it really hard January. So I'm loving it, man. I'm feeling great, and but a good 10:30, 11 o'clock is actually not that busy in there. So for me, I enjoy it. As long as there's it's not crowded, I enjoy going. So
perfect. Well, let's talk some basketball. You want to lead it off with the game tonight? Do you have some stats available for us? I know the Golden Eagles won 82-79 over Lamar. It was nice to get back in the W column. I guess that would still be, we were still 3 of our last 4, even though we lost that last game and everybody was freaking out. McNeese is pretty good. Okay. They beat ULL last night as well. They're not a bad team. And, but we found out that we have a little bit different gear with Andre Curbelo being granted his waiver. So he played tonight. Donovan Ivory did not play tonight. But do you have any other stats for us outside?
Yeah, I'll kind of run down some team stats here. And Chad, we don't really know. I haven't heard anything official on why he didn't play. We did see him like in street clothes there on the side, jumpsuit. So yeah, we don't know anything more than you do. Hopefully it won't be anything serious. He's not out for a long time. But jumping into it, obviously, like Jason says, 82-79 final score. Golden Eagles were 29 of 62 shooting, and Lamar was 31 of 68. That adds up to 46.8% from the field to 45.6%. So pretty decent shooting on both sides there. Southern Miss made 10 of 27 from the 3, while Lamar was only 6 of 22. Big difference there. So we shot 37% from the 3. Free throws, we were 14 of 22. So a little dip in that from what we've seen the last few weeks. Let's see here. Rebounds.
Do you have any numbers on the amount of people that played and the minutes behind them? Because we saw a bunch of different players on the court. I mean, throughout this season, it seems like we've stuck with our guys. We've stayed with like a solid, I don't know, like 7 guys. I know we added Curbelo tonight and DI was out, but every time I looked up, we were subbing in Luke Ladner.
Yeah. So we had
Armstrong got in there.
We had 10 guys on the court tonight.
Okay.
Led by Crowley at 35 minutes, Arnold with 33. Victor Hart had 28 minutes, Izze with 25, Owaku with 20, Hall with 18. Kobe had 15 minutes, and Armstrong and Ladner both had 3 minutes played. So, yeah, that's a good mix. Good point there. A lot of people on the court, a lot of subbing in and out. Yeah.
So let me ask you about your first impressions of Andre Curbelo.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, I think Jake nailed it. Spark. And sometimes, that's exactly what a team needs. And we saw it, I think we said this earlier on this live, but like we saw it last year with Nefty. Just the vision. It's like he can see things before it happens, and he makes that pass. And I think it's one of those where he kind of makes people around him better. And so we saw that tonight some. Mo had a great night, and it had 15 points. Crowley got it going. He had 22 points. So somebody like that's just invaluable. And so it's something different than we haven't had this season. Not that anybody is better than anybody. It's a team effort out there, but sometimes, you just need that little burst to kind of get you going. And I think obviously you could see a little rust there. Obviously he hasn't played, and I think our coaching staff was definitely, limiting. It was good to limit him early and kind of ease him into it. And you don't want to just throw him out there for 33 minutes. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was awesome to see, and like that turnover, fast break, lays it up, 3 dudes on him, rolls it, kind of goes down.
Right.
You kind of hold your breath, and then he gets up and soccers the ball up and is laughing. I mean,
That's right.
It's more athleticism in his pinky finger than I possess in my body.
I agree. No, but I mean, but seriously, Mo's done a great job. Mo has held us in there, throughout the season, as far as that point guard position goes. And Mo is still a very, very, very important part of the team. And Crowley's going to be playing some of that one. But, you talked about all those 3-pointers that we hit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's any coincidence that a lot of that came from, from Curbelo attracting people, from Curbelo, making different kind of slashes through the lane, and from just taking attention away from, guys sitting out there on the 3-point line, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ability to drive and to dish. And I know it's a very small sample size, just one game, but we looked so much more open when we took all those threes tonight.
Yes.
So that's
agreed.
The Curbelo effect as well. And it was a great win. So, and we'll get to the game that we played last week in a minute. But do you have anything else you want to say about the game tonight?
Yeah, let's see. Hosey, he had a great comment here. Gotta love Carmelo's stat line for the first time he played, 13, 6, and 6. So yeah, I mean,
13, 6, and 6 and not that many minutes. I can remember how many you said.
Yeah, let's see. He had
20 minutes, maybe.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Solid. So Lamar came into this game 5-5, but like we talked about, they had beaten UTSA 90-82. They played UTSA twice, as a matter of fact, but they lost to SMU 78-67 and beat Louisiana Monroe they beat them bad, 97-73. They're going to play LSU on December 21st. And so that'll be the next game after they played us, obviously. So next up for the Golden Eagles will be the game versus. Did you hear that?
I could hear something. Oh, is it Alexa?
Stop.
We're live, baby.
Live radio. There you go. That was interesting. I wonder how they got play Beatles. Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Hey, you couldn't have picked a better band. But anyway, so we will play Ole Miss in Biloxi on Saturday, December 23rd at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I heard today that game is not televised.
It's not, because the tickets are $6 million, and they're trying to
Oh,
get
are
everybody
they?
to buy them. Yes, I
Okay,
was planning on going. I don't think I can afford it. So I know I can't afford a family of 3 and lunch, so it's probably not going to happen. Before we played the game tonight versus Lamar, we did have a game at McNeese. Let's hit on some of that very quickly. It did not go well. We lost 67-48. Had a shot late in the game to get back in it. Curley went to the hole, missed the layup. That would have made it a 4-point game, and instead, McNeese comes down, hits a 3, gets the ball, hits another 3. So instead of it being a 4-point game, it was a 12-point game. McNeese, of course, is coached by Will Wade. The dude was straight up like caught with wiretaps, fired from LSU, and only got a 10-game suspension, whereas Tyndall got a 10-year show cause somehow. It doesn't make any sense to me. They got an all-new roster at McNeese. I think we beat them like 25 last year, but they're good. So everybody stopped freaking out. McNeese is pretty good. They're at 9-2, so they're at 10-2 now. They're going to run away with the Southland Conference, and I'm sure that Will Wade will be right back in the spotlight one way or another. But for that game, the Golden Eagles did not shoot well. 27.9% from the field, 28% from 3, 75% from the line. The interesting thing about that 75% from the line, they went 3 for 4 for the game, and one guy made them. Crow, right? No, Victor Hart made all those free throws. And McNeese was only 8 of 17 from the line. Thank goodness they only made 8 of those, or it could have been even worse. Free throw disparity. It's just hard to. It's hard to wrap your mind around how that happens. Individually, you want to take us through some of those stats, Pilo?
Yeah, Hart was he had 12 points, and like you said, he was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Ivory added 12 points as well, was 4 of 8 from the 3. Crowley had 11, 5 of 18 shooting, 1 of 6 from behind the arc. And Izzy played a lot of minutes, 31 minutes, and had 14 rebounds. So,
which is good. Hey, if Izzy can sit down there, get away from that perimeter, and just go get balls, right? That's and alter shots when people come into the lane. You know, like back in the day, that so much has been made recently in basketball, like positionless, right? Like, what is LeBron? Is he a point center, or you know? Well, when I was growing up, I remember guys like David Robinson. He was my favorite player. Camped out down there. Patrick Ewing camped out down there. Kind of looks like that's what we're doing. A lot of it now. Like, what do our guys do well? Where can we put them to where they can have the most impact on the game? And how do you get your best players on the floor? So I think that's where Izzy kind of comes into play there. But the takeaways from that game, obviously, we're going to shoot the ball better. You can't shoot in the 20% range and have a shot normally.
Expect to win.
Yeah, you got to get to the foul line. 3 out of 4. Some of that might be referee thing, but still, you've got to do something about that to get to the foul line. We can do foul shots well, even when we're not playing well. They're free throws. Let's get there. But we did play good defensively. We've had some defensive lapses here lately, but we won a few high-scoring games. We didn't know if we could do that, but it turns out that we can. So it was good to see that we can score that much, but it was also good to see that you can take a good McNeese team and hold them to less than 70 points. I thought that was a positive if you're looking for a positive in a game like that. And even though we lost that game, we said it before, but that's 3 out of 4. Tonight makes 4 out of 5, right? So if that can be a bad stretch, if that's the new bad stretch for Southern Miss basketball, count me in, right? Let's go 4 out of 5 the rest of the way, and that would be very nice. Let's see. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's update this pick'em. We're not going to be in here all night long, but let's go ahead and update. Do you have our updated Sunbelt Bowl pick'em?
Yeah, I do. Right now? So from what I have done research on, there have been 4 games played. And so I'll run through them really quick. The Georgia Southern Ohio, Jacksonville State, Lafayette game, the Miami Ohio App State, and Western Kentucky ODU. So after 4 games, Jason, you and I are tied at 3 out of 4. So we both got 3 out of the 4 right. And P. McGee only is at 2 of 4. So we are both beating him after the first
Take that,
4
IQ
games.
boy.
Yeah, there we go. I was kind of surprised as well. So
all downhill from here for me.
Yeah, we're gonna crash and burn at the end, no doubt.
We did not have a tweet of the week, but we did pose a question on Twitter that pertains to Christmas as far as being a Golden Eagle fan and what you would like for Christmas. Do you have that ready for us?
I do. Of course I do. Let's see. I want to read off a couple of these here. At Democracy Rock said a trip to Omaha. I think that's probably at the top of the list for a lot of people. Good friend Marchant Kenny with the L-less, lots of L's in there. Johnson apology.
I believe there's 12 of those L's.
Okay, of course there is. An Ellis Johnson apology. Some people beating the dead horse at Bleacher Buzzard facility renderings, dear God, please. At this is Hberg Eagle Post to be shut down. That's funny. Let's see. At Bauer Nation or at Bauer Generation, I'm sorry, to be ranked in football next year. At Adam J. Grimsley said facility plans. Let's see.
Yeah, and I guess I'll update. So the exact question was, in lieu of a poll this week, we'll instead pose a fill in the blank to a Golden Eagle Nation. As a fan and speaking for the university, all I want for Christmas is.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I failed to read that. So this is probably like, what are you talking about? Let's see. At Dirt Road Tour, Reagan Stockhill said for us to beat the Black Bears, aka Ole Miss, on the 23rd. I would love for that to happen as well. Let's see. Steve Farmer said Sunbelt Championship played at the Rock. I'm not going to read that. A burner John Cox account said, I'm not reading that Twitter handle. A trip to CWS. I won't even get greedy and say a natty. I just want to go and be competitive until the next year when
That's
we
the
win
World
the whole
Series.
dang thing. Yep.
Well, let me pose that same question to you, Pilo. Whenever you get done reading some of these, see what you'd like to have for Christmas.
Southern Miss related or not Southern Miss?
Absolutely. You got to do the poll. You got to do the question.
No, I knew the answer. I was being facetious. Let's see. What do I want? I mean that.
Take your time.
I know it's not like we're live or anything and people are watching. Yeah, I mean, I think baseball. I mean, it feels like that would be the quickest instant gratification. I would love that to go to Omaha. I regret to this day not going in 09. I didn't have a means to. I just graduated. Was so poor. And that was last year at Rosenblatt, and I hated I didn't get to go. So yeah, I would love to get the opportunity to go watch us play in Omaha. So I'll go with that.
Yep. Love it. Any more worth mentioning?
Let's see. There was one about a decision on Cabrillo. Well, we actually already got that. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. In other sports news, friend of the show, DeAndre Pinckney, has received another Player of the Week honor. He had 22 points and 9 rebounds, and he posted earlier. If you go follow DeAndre on X and probably all the other stuff, he posted like his last 10 game stats or something like that. And yeah, he's just a man among boys over there. So it's nice to see DeAndre Doing well. In football news, Golden Eagle related, Nick Mullins got in the game for the Vikings versus the Bengals. Looked like vintage BDN. He's tough, man. He's risky. He's must watch. I mean, no matter where you come out, the dude is not afraid to throw it up. And he led his team to a victory before the defense just decided to just roll out the red carpet. His final numbers were 26 of 33, two touchdowns and 2 picks. And let's see. Well, and I guess that's about all I had. I'd like to remind everybody that you can go to thetopcollective.com and you can give. It's very important. Southern Miss needs to be at the top of this NIL thing as far as having money in that collective to put towards NIL. It's a very, very, very big deal. So just go there and figure out how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, you can ask us, and then I will ask Peter Bame, who runs the whole thing.
Yep.
Because he can explain it way better than I can. And you guys that are watching on YouTube, thank you very much. If you could ask people to go and subscribe to that. That's a shameless plug, but it does help us out. The more subscriptions that we could get. And I think if you guys enjoy this, we are going to put it out on the pod also, but this is pretty fun. And once we have the call-in portion of that, it's going to be real damn fun.
Yes.
So
and it looks like this time I'm getting comments in there from X. So we're getting X parentheses Twitter comments, and that was not happening the last several times we've been live. So we've gotten a lot more interaction on Twitter tonight, which is good. So excited to see that.
Excellent. Well, buddy, you got any shout outs?
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to and I know Rockwell's gonna make fun of me for this. Lisa, my wife, for I know that saw the graphic this week about the highest fall GPA in program history and just lots of honor roll and things like that. So just a shout out to her and Kylie and everybody in the academic office on the athletic side of things. I personally see the hours and the hard work she puts in on weekends and after hours and stuff like that. So to get these guys across to stay eligible and there we go. Gina to graduate and so I just want to give a shout out to her. And I'm ill prepared on the other side of that because I have been in quarantine.
Trying
to get rid of
the flu.
trying to get everybody,
Cats
well.
got the flu. The fish in the fish tank have the flu.
It's going around.
Probably has the flu. Yeah. So I will give. Yeah, definitely. Always has the flu. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Jack and my son Jack and his classmates had a little Christmas concert down at Sacred Heart Church. That was very cool. Jack was Gabriel. Nailed it. It was cool. Charlie Wallace, like we mentioned earlier, and Rowan O'Brien had birthday parties at Reed Green Coliseum. Mo, Crow, and Di were there playing with these guys. They didn't just mail it in, They put a lot into it. And I saw on social also that former Golden Eagle Trace Clopton got married. That was cool. Lots of pics from down at the venue in Hattiesburg. I saw Jack Abraham. They all got in a line, like all the players in their tuxedos, as if they were in formation.
Oh, cool.
Sure bet Jack was back there anyway. That's good times, man. Those guys that in college are going to be with you for the rest of your life, man. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I did have one, and I texted it to you to remind me. I saw on some social media platform, I'm not sure what it was, but Slade Wilkes got engaged. So congratulations.
That's right.
Slade, and looking forward to
what a lucky lady.
Yeah, you hitting some bombs this year in the Pete.
I don't know where it went wrong. off the rails at some point.
Yeah, I mean, after an hour live, that's what you get.
This episode, of course, is brought to you by our good friends at 4th Street Bar and Grill. Where they are famous for installing and servicing hangovers. Go see our friends at 4th Street Bar today. Thank you for listening and watching and everything else. Whatever day you might have listened and whichever platform you chose to listen in on. Remember, you can follow me, Ed Bumper, J. Bailey, and Patrick at P. Lowry. Follow us on all the social at To The Top Talk. And don't forget about the mailbag, to the top talk at gmail.com. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell somebody to the top today. And as always, Southern Miss.
To the top.
Talk.
I could
play
for Alabama,
Still live.
USC,
Feeling
or
it.
Notre Dame.
Just feeling it.
You have lots of things to offer, but Southern Mississippi,
All right.
puts you all to shame.
Peace
I
out,
was
guys.
born here in Hattiesburg,